From Southwest Detroit, deep within Zug Island's industrial waste depositories.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Delray's #1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of today's bloodiest game show. It's the Murder Mayhem Show.
What the fuck is up, Juggalos? This is the Murder Mayhem Show. I'm the host, Mitchell. Today I bring you part 2 of my Gathering of the Juggalos 2022 Gathering of Dreams recap. This episode picks up directly after the previous episode, which covered Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This episode picks up on Friday, so enjoy. So, next day, Friday, August 5th, Violent J's dream. That morning, in the lobby of the hotel, I ran into Tall Jess himself. Yeah, apparently he's staying in the same hotel, and when I saw him, I said, oh shit, I saw that Jack-Off Freak seminar yesterday. He was like, oh yeah, cool. So, while I had him there, I asked him 2 things I was wondering about. I said, how long did it take for someone to find the golden ticket? And he said it took about an hour and a half. So, obviously, the first person that told me it had been found was lying. But the next thing I asked him was who had the golden ticket. And he said it was just some person that Jumpsteady knew but didn't have any official connection to the gathering. Which I think is pretty cool because I think that's the way it should have been handled. You wouldn't want to give it to somebody like a Mankini or a Rachel Paul or a Scotty D or anyone like that you would suspect necessarily. It's best to just give it to a random person. That really heightens the hunt of it all. So that was pretty cool. I was wondering about that. It was nice that he was able to answer those questions for me. So I got in my car to head to the grounds, and something we have not talked about yet is the Pug Ugly EP. Now, the Pug Ugly EP, second seed of Yum Yum, was announced in the Yum Yum Bedlam booklet as coming out at the Gathering 2022. And then a few weeks before the Gathering, or maybe a month or so, it was announced that it would not be coming out at the Gathering. Which is fine, I don't give a fuck. Delay everything, especially that one. They said that they had to push it back because Violent J was in the hospital. Fuck it, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Doesn't matter to me, delay everything, I don't care. But I wasn't expecting it to be there until they did the infomercial, which was only like a few days before the Gathering, where they announced that it was in fact going to be there. And it was a priority for me to pick up the Gathering, and I did. And I think it was probably Friday that I actually popped it in to the old car stereo and checked it out. And let me say this about Pug Ugly EP. For me, hands down, best EP of the Yum Yum era so far. I know we still got 1 seed of Yum Yum left, but compared to Yum Yum's Lure, which I thought was alright, Wicked Vic, which I thought was 1 step below alright, 1 step above suck, 1 step below alright, I thought it was mediocre. I think Pug Ugly is pretty awesome. It's got at least 4 tracks that will now go into my permanent rotation. Some of the standouts for me were Abracadabra and the song Pug Ugly and Scrub Gang and the 80s rock ballad, which I was talking to a friend of mine before I had a chance to listen to it myself, and he said that he liked the EP except for the 80s rock ballad, which he thought was a terrible song. And I gotta say, I really like that one a lot. I'm kind of a wild card that way, in that some people that follow me know that in general, I have to say in general, this is not a concrete rule, in general, I prefer the wicked shit over the sappy positive shit, and I prefer the rap shit over the rock shit. But all of it, any of it can land for me. Any of it can work. Here we have a sappy rock song, and I love it. So it's not a hard and fast rule, you know. If you're not the wicked horrorcore, wicked rap shit, then I'm not even gonna give you a chance. I like the 80s rock ballad. I think it's a really great ICP song. It's a really great soft ICP song. It's a really great rock ICP song. I enjoyed it a lot. The sentiment of that song is very moving and touching to me. So that was a great EP. I really liked it a lot. I think it's a good direction for ICP. I kind of hope that their next Joker's card kind of has the sound of some of those tracks on there. Maybe not the 80s rock ballad, but some of those songs were definitely classic ICP sounding to me, which later it came out that Mike Clark produced most of that album, which would explain why it sounds so awesome. So definitely a thumbs up for the Pug Ugly EP. I highly recommend it. Superior to Wicked Vic and Yum Yum's Lure, in my opinion. So, back to the Gathering. First thing I saw on Friday was the wet t-shirt contest. This was hosted by Clownvis. It's exactly what you think it is. They've done it at the Gathering a bunch of times. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but fuck it. It's always fun to check out some shit you haven't seen before, and it's what you think it is. It is pretty funny, pretty entertaining, pretty hot. Everything you'd want in a wet t-shirt contest. What do you expect? After that, I saw the World's Most Dangerous Stunt Show featuring Superhuman. Now, these guys have performed at the Gathering before. I've never seen them personally, but I had seen them on YouTube and seen pictures and stuff, and they seemed pretty crazy. So, I was kind of looking forward to watching this, but their show got all fucked up. For one thing, I guess they were told that they couldn't do any fire in the tent, which is understandable. I get it. Please, let's not burn this place to the ground like we did in Indiana. No fire in the tent. Apparently that fucked up some of their stunts. And then the rest of their show involved a car that they had outside of the tent that I guess they were going to hit somebody with a car, and they were going to, one of the things that they do, I believe, is light a mortar off inside of a car with somebody in it. So they had all these car stunts planned. That got shut down too by the cops, I believe, which, again, I get it. It's not safe, and I don't mean for the performers. They know what they're getting into. You can't reasonably expect to block off a path at the Gathering. It's not going to happen. They kept trying to clear people out of the way of the cars so they could do the hitting the guy with the car stunt, and people weren't moving out of the way, and why should they? Why would they? So, I get it. I feel badly that those guys' shows got all fucked up, but they went back inside the tent to try to do what they could, salvage the rest of their time. They did some weed whacker stunts. They were hitting each other with a weed whacker. A man put his nutsack in a slap chop. That was pretty funny. Superhuman was there. Juggalos and juggalettes, fuck this shit, whoop whoop. He jumped off a ladder onto a table of thumbtacks. That was cool. So, you know, it wasn't really their fault per se, because that wasn't the show that they wanted to do, but it was entertaining anyway, and I give them credit for trying. And I mean, I hope they get a chance to come back to the Gathering, maybe prepare a little differently, get clear-cut rules on what they can and can't do, figure something out, because I bet they could do a pretty damn good show if they really got to do what they wanted. So after that, chilled for a while, went down to main stage for Hex, which I wouldn't say I know shit about Hex other than the few music videos I checked out after he signed to Ouija's Chapter 17. I checked out a few of his tracks, and for me, that's the kind of shit that I like. It's not the new school fucking Puya Fat Nick horse shit. It's just, it sounds like West Coast Wicked shit, which is exactly how he promotes it, and it's exactly what it is. It's cool. I like it. It's good. Will I go and check out his entire discography? That's just not really where I am with my music right now. I'm old. I don't do deep dives anymore. Maybe one day I'll get back to a place where I really want to do deep dives. I'm not really gonna spend my time on that, but I do support the man. I think what he's doing is cool. So I went down to the main stage to check him out, and his show was good. It was cool. I liked it. Shout out to Hex. Good shit. I support that shit. After Hex, Babytron, no interest. I went back to camp, hung out for a while, heard Babytron for a few minutes, and then before I knew it, I realized I wasn't hearing him anymore. Come to find out that he cut his show short for whatever reason, I don't know. After Babytron, on the schedule was Mike Clark. Now, Mike Clark was by far the number one non-ICP thing that I wanted to see at the Gathering, and I just learned from the day before, with Puya not being there and ICP going on early, not to take any chances with that. So when I noticed that Babytron was not playing anymore, I went down to the main stage. And what I saw for the remainder of Babytron's allotted time was Rude Boy. Now, I mentioned earlier that during the Loose Leaf open mic that Rude Boy was really bringing it as far as keeping the crowd entertained, doing what he had to do to keep everybody calm and entertained. One thing you don't want is a big crowd of bored juggalos, because things get bad real quick when juggalos get bored. And at the main stage, when we're talking thousands of juggalos gathered, expecting to hear music and wanting to see a show and wanting to be entertained, you can't just leave them bored. I have no idea what happened to Babytron, by the way. I heard mixed reports. I wasn't there. Somebody who was there told me that he wasn't even getting stuff thrown at him and that he wasn't even getting booed, that he just walked off stage for no reason. I have no idea. You tell me. If you were there and you have a take, let me know. Leave me a comment or something. Tweet at me. I'm curious. What happened? Anybody know what happened there? I don't. But I don't care, because fuck him. And his music sucked anyway, so who gives a shit? Rude Boy filled the rest of that slot with what might as well be a Rude Boy set. Basically, DJ Carlito just spun old school music, and Rude Boy would lead the crowd in karaoke, basically. Now, if anyone talks shit about this, then fuck them, because they don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like either, but I can sympathize. I get it. Somebody has to go out there and do the damn job, and Rude Boy stepped up and did it. And that's all you can fucking ask. Someone has to get out there and keep the crowd entertained. That's why it's such a good idea to have DJs on the main stage every night, to have people on deck like Rude Boy and Clownvis that can entertain the crowd if you have to, for over an hour probably, or at least what felt like it. Rude Boy led this old school karaoke jam. That's what I consider it, into the rest of the slot. So I thought that was pretty entertaining. I didn't mind watching it all. I would honestly much rather watch that than Babytron. So definitely shout out to Rudy for making that show work. Next was Mikey Clark, the fucking man. Mikey Clark, the GOAT. The GOAT, I say. I've been a Juggalo since 1999, the Mike Clark era. It was a long era, as long an era as it was. I'm grateful that I got in during it, and Mikey Clark's always the GOAT. He's always going to be the GOAT when it comes to ICP beats and production. And that's saying a lot, because the current stable of psychopathic producers is great. Of course, obviously. Devereaux, Kuma, Shaggy the Airhead, Mike P. Everyone. Great stuff. No slights against them. Mikey Clark's the fucking GOAT. Mikey Clark, the GOAT producer, period, perhaps. I don't think that's unfair to say. He's right up there with Dr. Dre and RZA and fucking whoever your favorites are. Come on. Who's touching Mike Clark? He's the shit. So I was definitely excited to see him. He hasn't done a lot of work with ICP lately. Maybe some shit here and there over the last 10 years, but definitely haven't seen major production from him since the Death Pop era, so I was looking forward to that. And he delivered, but of course, I have to address it. In the middle of Mike Clark's show, his shit fucked up. His whole setup, whatever, computer, turntables, whatever it was, something in his setup fucked up. and everything got locked up. Music stopped. I don't think people realized at first that it was a fuck up. I didn't realize it. It kind of came at a decent enough time that he might have been able to play it off if he was able to get it started again right away. But after the music stopped for a few seconds, he called himself out and said, "Oh shit, my shit's all fucked up." And people started hitting him with the chant, "You fucked up, you fucked up." And he goes, "I didn't fuck up, my shit fucked up." He goes, "You motherfuckers got it all covered in Faygo last night during ICP." So he was, trying to make it work and restart his shit, but it was just kind of an awkward few minutes where he was rebooting it, commenting to himself that his shit was fucked up. At one point he goes, "Are you guys entertained by this, or should I just leave?" And of course everybody chanted for him to stay with the Mike Clark chants, the family chants. Nobody wants to see Mike Clark leave, and Mike Clark's fucking psychopathic family. You better not fucking throw shit at him, and nobody did. If that was any other artist that day who shit fucked up and fucking stood there desperately trying to reboot it for several minutes, they'd probably start getting shit thrown at them and booed off stage. But Mike Clark, being the legacy that he is, was able to weather the storm. Eventually got his shit up and running again. However, it froze again, locked up at the exact same point in the exact same song. Same shit happened. He had to restart his shit again. So the whole thing kind of made for an awkward 10 minutes where we didn't even really know if the show was going to be able to continue. Thank God it did. Eventually, what it seemed like to me was that he queued up past where it was fucked up, and then it was all good from there, which if he had the ability, if he had any way of knowing that, and if he had any way of doing that from the beginning, just re-queuing it to the next song after it fucked up the first time, he might have been able to get away with it without anybody even realizing that it had fucked up. I don't know. He did whatever he could. He got the shit going again. It was fine. His set ended. It was fine. He did his full time, and it was all good. So it was a good show. I don't care about the fuck up in the middle. It doesn't matter to me. It almost makes it more entertaining in a way. So fuck it. Who cares? I feel badly for him. That's got to be fucking mortifying and nerve-wrenching to be in front of a crowd of however many thousands of people and your entire shit fuck up. And this is don't call it a comeback, but this is part of a return of sorts. I don't really even remember the last time he was at the Gathering. It's been a while, but he seemed to really enjoy himself. He ended his set by saying that he was going to be back next year, if not sooner. I believe that was his words, and I like to hear it because he has earned everything that he has, including as much time away from ICP and Psychopathic that he wants. It doesn't matter. He can step away for a decade and come right back in. I'll gladly welcome him back every time. Who wouldn't? You'd be stupid not to. He's the man. He's earned it. He's earned everything. He's great. He's definitely my favorite favorite ICP producer, hands down. And I could probably go as far as to say best producer of all time. But that's pretty stiff competition. But when it comes to ICP production, I mean, hands down, he's just the best. He's the bar. You can't get better than him when it comes to ICP production. And I loved it. It was a great show. And enough with sucking his dick. After Mike Clark was Sir Mix-a-Lot. And Sir Mix-a-Lot, probably the most famous person at the Gathering this year, I would say. Most name recognizable, most recognizable to the average person on the street, I would say. Of course, most notably by the masses for Baby Got Back, but ICP is big Mix-a-Lot defenders. They always say that it pisses them off whenever Sir Mix-a-Lot is counted as a one-hit wonder, because to them, he has all kinds of hits. And I'm not a hip-hop expert. I try to learn as much as I can about the stuff that I'm interested in. I have a fairly wide array of knowledge, I think, in some areas. But to call yourself a real expert, you better fucking know everything about everything. And there is a lot to know. I wouldn't go as far as to call myself an expert. And I'm one of those people that only knows Sir Mix-a-Lot from Baby Got Back. I don't know the deep Mix-a-Lot hits. And Posse on Broadway, but that's just because of my ICP markness. So I only knew Baby Got Back, but I was counting on it being a good show anyway, just because ICP talks so highly of him. He had to have some good shit, but it was even better than I hoped it would be. You never know. You never know with these old school acts, and we'll get to that later, but you never know. You know, he could have went up and eaten shit. It doesn't matter who you are. Too Short, ate shit. Old Dirty Bastard, ate shit. It happens sometimes to greats. You never know. But Mix-a-Lot had it. He had it. He had the cachet to do what you got to do with the Gathering. I know they've been trying to get him for a long time. They finally did. He fucking killed it. He crushed it. He did a great job. Great rapport with the audience. The music was good. It sounded good. Polished. Very nice work. He kicked ass. I would say that was my top non-psychopathic affiliated show of the Gathering. So, you know, besides ICP and Mike Clark, basically, is what I'm saying. It was really great. And definitely wouldn't mind seeing him come back if he can sometime. So Mix-a-Lot, great job. After Mix-a-Lot was Ouija Mac. Let's get into some Ouija Mac discussion, should we? I haven't been podcasting for a few years. Ouija Mac's done a lot over those last few years. Let's do some Ouija Mac discussion. When Ouija Mac came out with Gutter Water, which to me was his coming out, I know he did all of his Swag Tooth stuff before that, but I didn't keep up with any of that shit. I didn't know about any of that. Just to me, as far as I'm concerned, an ignorant man, Gutter Water was his debut to me. To me, that was the Gutter Water. Now, after that, I did go back and check out Trash Fire and some other shit, but Gutter Water, I liked. I thought it was a great direction for Psychopathic, for a new Psychopathic artist. I probably talked about it on this podcast. I'm sure I did. I don't know why I wouldn't have. I was a big Ouija Mac supporter of the man, of the music and the man. I'd seen him do his seminar at whatever gathering that was, and I knew it. It was just like my Keegan prediction. If I could have bought stock in Ouija Mac when he came out, I would have bought 500 shares and been a millionaire by now. Ouija Mac's doing a great fucking job. He's doing everything right. He's carrying the torch the way that it should be done. He's an entrepreneurial spirit. He's doing great work. After Gutter Water, I did follow Ouija Mac as much as I could with a few of his EPs, and he was cranking them out. There's the Walk to Wasteland, the Pretty Ugly, the Water Damage. He did the collab with whoever. He did a lot of shit. And I was keeping up with it, hanging in there as best as I could. It started to become overwhelming. He was putting out so much shit, I couldn't listen to it all. And I get it. That's the way it's done now. He was really landing with the kids out there, but it's too much for me. I couldn't keep up with all that shit. So I just basically fell behind. And then I got to the point where it was like, okay, I've heard enough of a sampling of Ouija Mac. Like, I get it. I don't need to really keep up with every single thing he puts out. He has enough songs out there that I like and I know already. I'm happy with these. I don't need to keep up with every little thing that he does anymore. I already know that I like what I like from him. Good enough. So, what I'm telling you is I haven't listened to the majority of what Ouija has put out over the last few years. And I probably will get around to it one day. At least the major ones, the Wasteland and Stalewind. There's just so many EPs. I'll probably get around to listening to enough of it one day, but as of now, I haven't. It didn't really bother me going into his show because sometimes a song is better the first time live anyway, so whether I knew the music or not didn't really matter to me. I know he puts on a great show. I've seen him live hella times, a bunch of times now, every gathering that he's played that I've been at, which I guess is all of them, because he was, well, as a Psychopathic Records artist, I mean. Plus, like, the number of times he's opened for ICP, and, God, I mean, it goes on. Hollow Wickeds he's done. I saw him at the March. I've seen Ouija Mac a shitload of times now. I know he puts on a good show. I was down to see his show, regardless of if I knew every single song he's done, which I didn't. I was down to watch the show anyway. The show was good. It always is. He deserves to be a headliner. I think I may have even called that 2 years ago, saying Ouija Mac will be a headliner soon, and here we have it. So, always good, and I know Ouija Mac has some hardcore intense fans, and that's awesome. That's what I like to see. People out there in the Chapter 17 gear, killing it. DJ Chunk, obviously the shit. The whole Chapter 17 crew doing a great job. It's the way that it should be done. So after Ouija Mac, I saw Clownvis. And Clownvis is fucking balls deep into the gathering now. I don't even know how many gatherings this is for him, but he's been there for years, and when he gathers, he doesn't just do a show and leave. Oh no. He's there all fucking day. I just saw him at the wet t-shirt contest fucking like 10 hours before that. And then he hosted the main stage, and then he did his own show. And I know he was doing shit the other days too he was around. So Clownvis is fucking in the fucking Juggalo game now. But I've never seen his show properly. I've seen him host main stage. I've seen him host events and shit. I've seen him on YouTube. I've seen him on ICP's Patreon and stuff. Never actually saw his show proper, so I kind of made it a point to check that out at this gathering, and I'm glad that I did, because it was fucking funny. I liked it. I laughed a lot. It was really good. It was a great comedy show, and I really enjoyed it. So, shout out to Clownvis. I could describe to you the bits he did and stuff, but it wouldn't be the same. Either you saw it and you already know, or you didn't see it, and me talking about it is not going to be as funny as it was in person, so fuck it. There's really no point in talking about the specifics of his show, but it was funny. Good shit. Good man. If you have a chance to see him at the gathering, I say do it. Maybe it's not for you. I don't know. It is pretty weird comedy. Maybe you'd be happier watching some fucking horrorcore acts, but I like comedy. I'm a comedy guy. I'm a nerd. I like his weird brand of weirdness, and I really enjoyed myself. And then after Clownvis, I went to the Nightmare stage, watched Isham. Good shit. Again, just like Ouija Mac, I've seen Isham enough times over the years that I know he's going to be good, pretty much know what to expect. I wouldn't say there were any huge surprises there, but I wasn't asking for huge surprises. I like the show. Good shit. Isham, awesome to see him at the gathering every time. I think late night stage is a great place for Isham. Sometimes he does main stage, sometimes he does late night. Isham is an act that works really great late at night. He could have very well been at the main stage. For sure. I mean, he's hands down bigger than most of the main stage acts this year at the gathering. He could have played main stage, but I think late night is a good place for him. And he killed it. He did a great job. After Isham, Dana Dentata. Not familiar with her at all until the gathering infomercial when Jumpsteady was saying that was sure to be a really crazy show. I didn't know anything about her, but she was between Isham and Hoodoo, so I wasn't not going to watch. I wasn't going to, go out of my way not to see her. I checked it out, and it was the shit. I liked it. It was cool. Good theatrics. That's what you fucking need, people. You need theatrics. Maybe you don't need them, but it helps. It was great. I liked it. Good. The music was good. She was cool. I liked it. So, Dana Dentata, thumbs up for me. Wouldn't mind her coming back to the gathering. After her, Big Hoodoo. Now, just like Ouija Mac, it's been a few years since I've podcasted, so let's talk about hoodoo. And I don't know how this is going to go over, but let me say I mean it all from a place of positivity. I love Big Hoodoo. I support Big Hoodoo. Big Hoodoo's cool. His shows lately have sucked. And this one sucked. Look, this isn't hater talk. This is love talk. I'm telling you, as your audience, speaking for myself, I mean, let me tell you what the Hoodoo show is lacking and why it's just not working for me over the last few years. First of all, when he comes out, he's obviously drunk, which is fine. Some artists do that and it's cool and it works. For Big Hoodoo, it's not cool and it's not working. He's sloppy. He's rambling between every song. Saying the same shit and saying a lot of nothing, just the usual bullshit, He's not saying anything cool or interesting. He's just rambling about family love and the usual shit, which is cool and all, but it's just like, it's just not working for me. And he brings out his whole fucking crew, his eardrug music crew, which, let's be honest, people, nobody there wants to see. I'm sure somebody does. Somebody's going to call me out now and say, no, I support the whole eardrug family. All right. I'm speaking, I think, for 90% of the people who came to see a Big Hoodoo show in saying that I don't give a fuck about your other people. I could get there. There's ways you can integrate them in to our lives in a way that I will be open and receptive to hearing them. That place is not a Big Hoodoo show. If it was on the timeline as Eardrug Music Showcase, huge difference. Huge difference. If it was on the timeline as Eardrug Music, I would go in there with a completely different expectations, completely different attitude. I would still watch it, and I would enjoy it much better. When it says Big Hoodoo, this better be a Big Hoodoo show. You promised me a Big Hoodoo show, and this was not a Big Hoodoo show. This was Big Hoodoo and Friends. And he didn't do any of his psychopathic music, and I get that also. I get it. It's a choice. It's a choice that's saying, that was the old shit. This is the new shit. I'm looking forward to the future. This is the future of Big Hoodoo. I get it. I get why you would do your Red Book stuff. I get why you would do your new shit. But this isn't a Big Hoodoo concert. This is the Gathering of the Juggalos. Play your Juggalo psychopathic shit. I think that's probably what a lot of the people in the audience want to hear. I can't say that's what everyone wants to hear. I know I don't speak for everybody. I'm sure there are a lot of people that wanted to hear your newer shit, but you got to do some of the throwbacks. I don't think he did any. He might have, or he might not have. I really don't remember. The set was just not that memorable. He may have done Hex, but I really don't remember. I mean, it was mostly Red Book shit, followed by 5 minutes of rambling, drunken nonsense into the mic, followed by one of his homies doing a song. And by the time, as this was going, by like the 5th or 6th time he started rambling into the mic, I thought to myself, this dude is going to run out of time. And sure enough, when he got to the end of his set, he said into the mic, well, they're cutting me short. I only have 2 songs left, and I wanted to do about 7 more, but I guess they're cutting it short. And I thought, they're not fucking cutting it short. You've used all your time talking. It was a long show, man. You could have done, if you cut out all that talking, you could have gotten through all those songs that you planned. And I know how it is when you're drunk. You lose track of time. That's what happened. He got drunk. He talked too much. He didn't do enough of his music. I don't think he was short at any time. I didn't do the math. I didn't look at the clock. I think he was good on time. I think he squandered his time. And his show just sucked. So, Big Hoodoo, I would love nothing more than for you to be the next Ouija Mac. I would love for you to be killing it. I would love for you to be doing your own thing in a way that really lands for everybody. This is a big slot. You're headlining the Nightmare stage. People came to party, not to hear you talking to the mic. I'm sorry. It's no hate, all love for Big Hoodoo all day. I don't give a fuck about your crew. Not yet. Not now. They're not ready. They're not there yet. The show was not good. Sorry. Love for Big Hoodoo. Saturday, August 6th, Shaggy Two Dope's Dream. Let me set the stage here for something a little bit later. Woke up having a bad feeling. Really, the bad feeling kind of started at around the time I was watching the late night stage last night, the night before. It was just like a sudden pang of anxiety and stress for no reason. Now, I think a lot of juggalos get this way. We all have fucking mental issues. Find me a juggalo who doesn't have mental issues. Random, sudden, unexpected anxiety attacks, I don't think are uncommon among juggalos at all. For me, I've never had this happen at the Gathering. For me, at the Gathering is nothing but awesome times from start to well past finish. Usually I go to the Gathering feeling great. I leave the Gathering feeling awesome for months before I start settling back into my normal baseline level of general shittiness. But this time, I started having kind of I had inklings of anxiety starting from Saturday morning, not knowing why exactly, but just dealing with it. Part of it was knowing that the Gathering was coming to an end. It was hitting me. So I tried to put that out of my head. First thing I saw at Saturday was the graffiti contest. That was cool. It was the shit. It was hosted by MC Lars. I'm not super familiar with MC Lars. Great host. He did a great job hosting. A very informed, talkative man. No dead air. Had constant, interesting things to talk about. Tom Wood was there. Shaggy the Airhead was there. MC Lars had interesting questions to ask them. Shaggy Two Dope even made an appearance at one point. Very entertaining. Man, these graffiti dudes. Fuck, man. Shit. That's my review. Fuck, man. Shit. Put that in quotes. I don't understand people who have talent. As a man that has no talents, I'm jealous. I wish. How fucking awesome would it be to be able to just bust out some art like that? It was so good. They do it so quickly. And I just have no ability for that kind of shit. Drawing? Fuck off. I can't do that shit with a fucking pen. I can't do that shit with a pencil and a piece of paper. To be spray painting with that kind of accuracy, I wouldn't be able to fucking spray paint a circle on a wall, let alone these entire art pieces. And they're not sketching it out. I think they're winging this shit off the top of their head, more or less. Just doing whatever comes to mind in the moment. Maybe they have a general idea of what they're going to do, but you can't plan for it completely. And it was just awesome. I had a really awesome time watching it. It's the kind of thing where I probably wouldn't have watched it if I didn't happen to be camped so close there anyway, but since I was so close to the dream stage, I peeped it out, and I'm glad that I did. That kind of shit is just really impressive and awesome. And the winner did a great job. Everyone did a great job. Everything up there was cool. One man spray painted himself, which is probably not a good idea, but it was a very juggalo thing to see. So it was entertaining from start to finish. Definitely a big shout out to everyone who participated in the graffiti contest. That was awesome, awesome, awesome shit. After a graffiti contest, ICP's mystery seminar. Now, again, we have a thing where you put mystery in the title, speculation's gonna run crazy. And like I said, juggalos have crazy imaginations. You put the word mystery in the title, every idea comes out of the woodwork. You have people saying, oh, ICP is gonna announce this is the last gathering. ICP is going to announce they're retiring. ICP is going to announce this and that. Isn't every seminar a mystery seminar? I was making the joke that the reason it's called the mystery seminar is because it's a mystery to them, and they didn't know what the fuck they were going to talk about till they got on stage. Because a lot of these seminars over the last few years have been ICP coming out, announcing a bunch of shit that never happens. Sorry, but it's true. And then that's it. You never hear about it again. So with a name like Mystery Seminar, the stakes were high. I was telling everyone, just like what I said about the Morton Revealed seminar, which is that it's not going to be anything crazy. I really think Mystery Seminar is because they didn't have an idea at the time that they put out the timeline and stuff, but the seminar went on super crazy late, which is not cool. Psychopathic, it's not cool. I don't know what time it was like 2 hours late maybe. It was like 2 hours late. Because this was one thing where I was actually looking at the clock like, what the fuck? And people were, it passed the point of people chanting, what the fuck, what the fuck. And it was a what the fuck moment because everybody there knows that Violent J has a heart condition. You can't fucking keep people waiting for 2 hours knowing that the guy has a health problem because people are going to start wondering, is he all right? What is going on? You got to have someone on stage giving updates. They didn't do any of that. You got to have someone on stage saying, ICP's on the way. Don't worry, everyone. There was none of that. You just left people hanging for an hour and a half. And, you know, for the first 20 minutes, it's like, okay, nothing weird about this. And then after 40 minutes, you're like, well, it's probably any minute now. And then after an hour, it's like, man, this is running later than usual. And then like after an hour and a half, you're like, when do I start being concerned this isn't going to happen? And then when you start getting close to 2 hours, you're like, is everything okay? I just want to know that everything's okay. Even if you cancel the seminar, fuck, just put someone out there to say, don't worry, everything's okay, but the seminar's not happening. Goodbye. I would take that. I mean, it would suck, but fuck, I would take it at that point instead of just wondering. But they did eventually get the seminar going, and there was an air of disappointment floating in the air. It was the Zen of Love. They've done it on the Patreon a few times, basically a love line type show, if you will. People ask questions about love, romance. ICP and Jump Steady answers them. It's not what anybody wanted to see at the seminar, I don't think. And my whole thing is like, I get it. You're trying your best to entertain people. You're doing something you've never done before. I respect the chance that you're taking. I respect that you're taking a swing. Swing and a miss, though, I think. I don't think you have to know that nobody wanted to see that. Does that sound insulting? It's not really supposed to be. I don't mean it as an insult. I mean it as a objective fact. Nobody there wanted to see that. Nobody was like, man, I really hope this is a Zen of Love. Nobody. I'm not saying you need to do something epic with it, but don't do something that you know nobody wanted or asked for. We've seen the Zen of Love on Patreon twice, at least. We get it. We know what it is. We know where Jay and Shaggy and Jump Steady land on all of these sex questions now. It's boring. A lot of people walked away when they saw what it was. They didn't want it. They didn't care to watch it. I still didn't watch the whole thing, but there was nothing interesting or noteworthy about it. It was a little bit of a bummer. Sorry to put that out there, but hey, we don't front around here. You just heard me fucking talk shit about Big Hoodoo's show. Nobody's above the law. If ICP does something stupid, then I'm going to bring that up as well. So, sorry, it is what it is. Mystery Seminar was a flop to me. Even more so than the Dog Beat Seminar from 2019, I want to say. Even that was kind of looked at as kind of a flop, but I would have much rather seen that again than this. Sorry, not sorry. After the ICP seminar was the event that I most wanted to see non-music. So besides ICP and Mike Clark, basically, the thing that I wanted to see the most at the gathering this year was the live Palcast and Bar S hot dog eating competition. Big Palcast fan, big Shaggy 2 Dope fan, of course. Who the fuck is not? Big Keegan the Creep fan, big Palcast fan, big podcast fan in general. It was pretty funny. It was fine. It was cool. It was what you would... It was a Palcast, all right. If you like the Palcast, what more do you ask for? The one adjustment that I would probably make is probably one adjustment that I think they would make too if they could do it again, which is that the Bar S hot dog eating competition portion of the Palcast ended up being basically the entire show. I thought that would be a small part of the show. It turned out to be basically the entire show. But hey, it says it right there on the timeline. Live Palcast Bar S hot dog eating competition. So, can't bitch about that. That is what it said it was. That was what it was. Hot dog eating competition. Pretty funny. Nothing really more to say about that other than that if you're a Palcast fan, it was fun. Everything was pushed back because of the ICP seminar, so I did not get a chance to see about half of the main stage this night. I would have went and watched Trey Pound. I would have went and watched the Executioners, but hey, didn't work out that way. It's all right. I still managed to make it down to the main stage for Slick Rick. Now, Slick Rick, again, not an expert. When it comes to the old school acts this year, I'm not an expert on any of them. Mix-a-Lot, I already admitted I didn't know shit besides Baby Got Back. Slick Rick, I barely know anything besides Children's Story, Lottie Dottie, big hits. But still, I wanted to see him for the legacy. And his show seemed a little fucked. The hype woman that he had on stage with him, or maybe she was somebody important that I don't know, but she started complaining about stuff being thrown on stage, which is a fucking death sentence. I hope that these artists are being warned not to do that, because once you start bitching about stuff being thrown on stage, that's your shit's fucked. And so when that happened, I knew this was not going to go well. To Slick Rick's credit, he did not walk off stage. He did at least a few more songs. He did enough. I still feel like his set probably ended early, but hey, he did enough to say that he did it, and he got through it, so whatever, that was cool to see. But it was around this time, during Slick Rick's performance, that my anxiety from the morning was creeping up in a big, fucked up way. And I don't know why. It doesn't happen to me at the gathering. But it's just like this fucked up feeling. Again, probably just knowing that the gathering is coming to a close. Honestly, over the last 4 days at that point, since Tuesday, basically, really since Monday, because that was a travel day, I probably wasn't eating enough, probably wasn't sleeping enough, probably wasn't hydrating enough. It's probably just the taxation of being at the gathering was coming to a head, I feel like, by Saturday night. And from around Slick Rick up through KRS-One, I just felt like I was having a horrible time. And it wasn't the gathering's fault. The gathering's great. I don't put this on the gathering. I don't think this is a black mark on my gathering experience. It's something that probably would have happened all the same or more even at my house, because it's just what happens. Horrible anxiety, feelings of dread, and panic setting in for no reason at all. KRS-One came out on stage, and he sucked. Alright, let's just fucking lie about it. He sucked. Although, to his credit, I think there was something fucked up with his mic, because he kept bringing it up every fucking song, which, I don't blame him for it. You gotta say something. You can't just act like it's not happening if your mic is fucked up, so he brought it up a lot. That was probably affecting his show, but I didn't care, and I don't care about his music, and I don't care about him. I'm sorry. I know he's fucking legend guy, but I've always been more of a West Coast guy. A lot of the old school East Coast stuff doesn't really mean that much to me. I mean, there's good shit in there, of course, obviously. And obviously that's where rap originated from, East Coast shit. But give me an Ice Cube, give me a Snoop Dogg, give me guys like that, and I'll fucking be on fire to see that shit. KRS-One, he doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not going to front like he does. He doesn't. And I already saw him at whatever gathering he played before. He didn't impress me then either. And I just didn't give a shit, on top of having these horrible feelings. However, I did stay and watch the show. In that moment, I kind of just wanted to go back to camp and try to chill the fuck out before ICP, because having a bad time during ICP was just like not an option for my brain. I was not going to allow that to happen. But time was ticking. And I kind of just wanted to go back to camp and chill out before ICP. But I did not do that because I was at the gathering and I wasn't going to let my scumbag brain get in the way of the experience. I stayed on the main stage and watched Slick Rick and KRS-One like a champ. I got through it. I watched those mediocre shows. And then I did go back to camp for the few moments that I had remaining before ICP, like 20 minutes. Tried to chill the fuck out. Managed to fucking chill out enough to get back down to ICP. And ICP ruled, of course. They always do. Great show. My thought going into this ICP set was that I wanted the hits. I wanted the standards. I didn't want too many surprises. Some surprises are cool. I wanted the hits. I wanted the go-tos to kind of balance out the jukebox show. It's like the jukebox show was for the super fans. This show is for also the super fans, but super fans that want to hear the classic shit. That's the balance, and that's what I wanted. That's what I got. It was a great show. I did get on stage during Fagel Armageddon. That was pretty awesome. I don't remember the last time I even did that at a gathering. It's been years, that's for sure. But I just felt compelled to do it because of what I had been going through for the previous 2 hours and really for the whole day. I just felt like I had to blow off some steam. I got on stage. It was awesome. Sprayed some Fagos. It's been a while for me, so it was just kind of a surreal experience, but I felt like it was what I really needed in that moment. So with that, that was pretty much the end of my gathering. There was a few more things going on afterwards at the dream stage that I was listening to while I was at camp, but after that, I basically just went back to camp and decompressed the last fucking 5 days of craziness. Chilling with the homies, talking over gathering events, favorite things we saw, different notes and things that we had, just reflecting. It was a great gathering. The only negative moment for me was my own personal issues during Slick Rick and KRS-One, but that wasn't the gathering's fault. That was just me going crazy for no reason at all. But it was fine. That's what it is. ICV came out, kind of reboosted my spirits there, at least for the time being. But overall, I had a fucking great, awesome time. But let's get into it. Elephant in the room time, eh? How come I have not been podcasting for the last 3 years? Let's get into it just a little bit. I don't want to dwell on it too hard right now because it's honestly just not that interesting. I'll get into it a little bit later, I think, on other videos if people want to know, but here's what it really comes down to. When I started podcasting about ICP shit, I think it was 2015, and it was really just an effort to connect with the Juggalo world. And there wasn't a ton of Juggalo podcasting going on at the time, and I felt like it was an area that I could put my years of useless knowledge and studying to use. And I think I did a pretty good job of it for several years. Now, in 2019, I had really been picking up some steam. Things were going good with podcasting. I was getting an audience. It was getting to the point where whenever I'd go to an ICP show or a gathering, people would flag me down and tell me what a great job I'm doing, which was very meaningful to me. And in fact, it was so meaningful to me that I hit a point where I felt like I did what I set out to do. I wanted to connect with the Juggalo world, and I did that. I checked the box. It filled the emptiness in my soul that I needed so badly. The reason I had done it in the first place. I had accomplished what I set out to do. And it didn't even really take that long. It was only a few years of work, and I did it. I felt so satisfied with what I had done that I just didn't have the drive to do it anymore. It's so much work to put this stuff out. And I don't know if it's something that I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm not utilizing the software as efficiently as I could. Maybe there's strategies and techniques I could use to make this go a little quicker. Part of the problem is that I care too much about the product. I want it to be good, so I spend a lot of time tweaking, editing, thinking about stuff to make it better, but it just makes it so time consuming to get this out. And I just didn't have the motivation to do it. I needed a break. And part of that was to just go back to enjoy watching stuff for the sake of watching it. I didn't want to have to listen to a CD with the thought in the back of my head of like, oh, this is what I should talk about on the podcast. Or go to a concert with a thought in my head of like, I need to remember to talk about this on the podcast. Just going to a show and watching it and enjoying it for its own sake. And shortly after I took a break, the last episode I did was Hollow Wicked 2019. And it wasn't too long after that, just a few months later, COVID happened. There weren't any shows happening anyway. Seemed like a good time to step away. Now things are starting to open up. You know, things are coming back. Gatherings have been back. I went to last year's gathering, didn't podcast about it. It was just there to enjoy the experience. And going into this year's gathering, I still didn't expect to come back. There was no intention of podcasting when I came back home. It wasn't in my head at all for the entire gathering. Never. People were even telling me, you know, at the gathering that I should come back to podcasting, but I didn't intend to. I didn't plan to. So the entire gathering experience that you just heard described was completely pure. It was unaffected by feelings of what I thought I needed to see to talk about on the podcast or anything like that. But after I got home, I just started to feel an intense emptiness from leaving the gathering. And this, I think, is residue from the feelings of anxiety and stress and panic I was feeling that had already started creeping up during the gathering. And when I got back home, it was amplified. It was horrible. It felt like I was missing a chunk of myself. I had left a piece of myself at the gathering. And that need to connect with the Juggalos had resurfaced. I need to be back in the game, at least for now. I need to reestablish that connection and get back to the point where Juggalos are telling me how awesome I am. I guess that seems vain, but hey, we're all keeping it real here. I loved it. Back when I was really on fire and putting it out all the time, Juggalos were always coming up to me and telling me how awesome my shit is. And I love it because that doesn't happen to me in real life. You can listen to my Hollow Wicked 2019 episode really to understand where I'm coming from. I think if you listen to that episode now with what I'm telling you right now, if you keep this in mind while you watch that, it'll make sense because I was saying during that episode, like, it was so meaningful to me the way people kept just wanting to talk to me. It was a really crazy feeling. And I need that back. I still have it to some degree. I mean, I told you that guys like Humble Among were approaching me. Guys like Beastmaster always reach out and tell me I should get back into it. And that's really awesome. But I feel like now that we're in this stage of Juggalos running events at the Gathering, Juggalos just hosting events at the Gathering, I want in. I want part of that shit. I want it. And I don't want to do the work. And I hate doing the work. And doing the work sucks. And maybe if you're the kind of person listening to this who says, wow, I love planning events, but I hate speaking in front of a crowd, maybe you and I would be a great match, because I hate planning events and I love the attention. So maybe there's a place for me in that circle. Why not me? I was watching, guys like Mankini hosting events at the Gathering, and I wanted in. Why not me? Fuck. Look how awesome, look how in effect Mankini is now. He's hosting a night at the main stage. Holy shit. That's the top of the mountain. I could do that, I think. I mean, I'm no Mankini, but maybe I could be something someday if I really tried. I'm not going to fucking walk around in a bikini or anything, but I've got my own thing going that people seem to enjoy. And maybe next year, I could host an event at the Gathering. I've got some ideas in my head already. I've got some ideas. I don't need to get into them too much right now, but there's things I could do at the Gathering, I think. And I want in. I want the attention. I need it. All of the good karma that I built up from podcasting, that I coasted on over the last 3 years, it's starting to run out. I need a booster. I need a karma booster. I need to get back in the game. I need people approaching me telling me they like me. I guess that sounds however it sounds, but hey, I don't have the ability to front. I don't have the part of my brain that knows how to front. I'm telling you like it is. I need the attention. I need the positivity swirling around me at Juggalo events. And this is the only way that I know how to get it. So there's going to be more Murder Mayhem show stuff coming at least until the next Gathering. I guess I'll reevaluate at that point where I'm at, but at least until the next Gathering, I want to try to go pretty hard and see what we can do. And I don't have any specific plans. I'm just doing what I can do. And it's going to take some time to really get the machine all oiled up again the way that it was. And by the machine, I mean literally just me. But when it comes to, Photoshop and editing and everything that I had been doing, I'm out of the game. I'm out of the loop. I'm sure the technology has changed over the last 3 years. I don't know shit about the way anything is done now. It's going to take me some time to relearn some of that shit, but we'll get there. I'm a pretty quick learner, I think. My goal is by next Gathering to just be the shit. That's the goal. It's a very broad goal. It's not specific. It's not, I want to hit these numbers by this day. I just want to be the shit. And I'll know it in my heart if I did it. I'll know if I'm being true to myself if I accomplished it. And I would like to host an event. And maybe my feelings will change in 6 months. Maybe I won't have the itch anymore to do that. But right now, in this moment, I feel like what I want to do is host an event at the next Gathering, if they're still doing that. If they're still doing the Juggalo night, which I think they should. I know that was part of the gimmick of the Gathering of Dreams. Like, we're going to fulfill these Juggalo dreams by letting them put on their own events and stuff, but I think it worked. If it was an experiment, I think it worked. I think they should keep doing that. Keep doing the Juggalo night. Make the first night of every Gathering Juggalo night, basically, like it was this year. Juggalos putting on events. I'm not good at planning events, but I know people who are. We can figure something out. Anyway, just wanted to put that out there a little bit in case you really were dying to know what was up. And nobody, including me, was expecting a new episode to come out anytime soon, so it just felt like it should be addressed. So stay tuned for that. I'll be around Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Maybe I'll hop onto this fancy new Discord thing you kids are talking about. And we'll see what happens. But until then, did I have a sign off? Probably just whoop whoop. I'll go with that. Whoop whoop.